because we need you.
Thank you.
So I wonder if you could talk a little bit about the dose framework and anxiety specifically. How do the imbalances of the dose chemicals contribute to anxiety? Because this is what most of my people are dealing with, along with other things in life too. But if we could hear a little bit about how the dose chemicals and how they are all panning out in our lives can contribute to our anxiety and stress.
Yeah, definitely. So with this, anxiety is something I relate to massively. Even last week, I had a period of time where I was feeling pretty low and pretty anxious. So I relate to that experience very strongly. And effectively, with the study of neuroscience in general and these chemicals, these are really chemicals that are having a massive impact on our nervous system. So when you're studying neuroscience, you're not just studying the brain, you're also studying how our entire nervous system functions. With anxiety, we know that like a lot of fear is often taking place within the nervous system when the body is in that kind of state. The thoughts then can go very rapid, they can be very negative, they can be fearful, our hearts can beat faster, and so on. And effectively, with each of these chemicals, they evolved for hundreds of thousands of years to serve a function for human survival. So when we were out there in the wild and we needed one chemical to motivate us to do hard things, dopamine was there. We needed one chemical to connect us to the other humans and form social bonds in our tribes. We had oxytocin. Serotonin was motivating us to energize our body with nutrition and sunlight and sleep. And then endorphins was helping us cope with the physical aspect of life of having to run and hunt and be so like physically strong and mobile. And when each of these is out of balance, it sends a clear message to our brain that can make us feel uncomfortable as a way of trying to drive us to change our behavior. And if you think of alcohol as a simple example, if alcohol didn't create hangovers, everyone would probably drink a lot more alcohol than we already drink. But the reason we experience a hangover is because our brain knows, like, oh, this wasn't necessarily good for our dopamine and our gut health and our serotonin and so on. So we're going to send a message making you feel uncomfortable or sick or worried or whatever it might be, that's then going to try and alter your behavior so you don't continue down that path. And much of the modern lifestyle, to do with all kinds of our sleep and our relationship and our phones and substances and so on, are disrupting these chemicals balance and therefore creating this kind of nervous, anxious feeling within our brain and body.